because they have different topics, but they're going to have the same date. So we'll put them in our table of contents that way. So we are on Tuesday, 9/6/22. Today we're talking about what happens if you have a negative exponent. There's a little trick we have to use. Yeah.
Did you have Lanny Garrett? Don't worry. I'll get you back.
Nope. When simplifying an exponential expression, let's start writing, please.
Real.
That contains a negative exponent. So this rule is kind of long, but it'll make sense once we start applying it. When simplifying an exponential expression that contains a negative exponent, we must rewrite the expression as a fraction to get rid of the negative. Get rid needs to be in air quotes. I mean, as horrible as it sounds, it's a good sharpener. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. What do these words actually mean? So if I have this 3 to the 5th times 3 to the negative 9th, you okay, Lorraine? Lorraine, did you want to move up to the front so you can see when we're taking notes? You can do that every time. You don't have to ask. You can just go up there and then move back. Okay. What do I do with this 5 and this negative 9? Based on my product rule, what do I do with these two exponents? CJ?
Rewrite it as a fraction?
Nope. So look in your notes at the product rule, or you can look at your little flip chart thing. What do we do with this 5 and this negative 9? What do I do? Silas? I'm not going to subtract them. Gus?
No.
I add them, right? So when I add 5 and negative 9, I get 3 to the negative 4. And I can't have this. This 3 to the negative 4 is like no bueno. You can't have it. Mathematically, mathematicians do not like this. They don't like how it looks, right? So we're going to rewrite it as 1 over 3 to the 4th. And I'm I'm going to explain to you why that is a thing. Okay, so we rewrote it as a fraction, right? Now our exponent is no longer negative. 1 will always be the numerator. Okay, 1 will always be the numerator in this situation. So these two values are exactly the same. 3 to the negative fourth is equivalent to 1 over 3 to the fourth. So I'm going to show you how that works. If I go to my calculator, right, and I do 3 to the negative 4, I get this really weird decimal value, right? So there is a value, it's just a really small value, right? Decimals are not even, they're like teeny tiny parts of a number. If I do 1 divided by 3 to the fourth, that's like doing 1 divided by 81. I'm going to get the exact same decimal value. So we rewrite it as a fraction with a positive exponent, but we did not change the value. People usually get concerned, like, how does that happen? Mathematically, I just rewrote it in a different form, but these two things are equivalent, okay? As long as you remember to rewrite it as a fraction, 1 is your numerator, this no longer has a negative, you'll be fine. So let's try this one. 7 to the fourth divided by 7 to the 10th. So now we need to remember, what do we do when we divide exponential expressions? What do I do with those exponents? Nicole? Subtract. What's 4 minus 10? 4 minus 10. Negative 6. So how am I going to rewrite that in proper format? What's it going to be? 1 over 7 to the 6th. Yep. Let's try this one. 8 to the 6th raised to the negative 2nd power. So we have our product rule, our product, quotient, product. Power. What is the power rule? What do we do with this 6 and this negative 2? Who remembers from last Friday? What do I do? Xavier, what do you think? And then you can always look in your jam. It's the last page of notes we took.
Let me check. It's not all scrabbled up. It is. Wait, are you recording right now?
No.
Oh.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
Okay,
Oh, wait, maybe I do know.
what do we do when we have a power raised to another exponent?
Multiply the exponent.
Multiply the exponent. So this is going to give me 8 to the negative 12, but I'm going to rewrite it as
It's 1 over 8 12.
1 over 8 to the 12th power.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have we added here for the product rule, we subtracted for the quotient, we multiplied for the product rule. The power rule. I keep saying product. This is the power rule. Okay, what if it looks like this? 1 over 3 to the negative 4. Does anybody want to make an educated guess as to what I would do to make this in the OK format? So for here, I moved this whole thing to the denominator and put a 1 over it. What do you think I would do here? What do you think? Nicole? So it's just going to be 3 to the 4th power. Right? So a lot of people have trouble with that, like mathematically, what does that mean? 1 divided by that super long decimal value is going to mean it takes 81 of those decimal values to equal 1. Right? You guys remember that? It started with like 0.01234567 something. So 1 divided by that decimal value is equivalent to 81, which is 3 to the 4th. Okay. So then what if we have this? 1 over 7 to the negative 6. How will I fix that expression? Xavier's doing a lot of work here. I need someone else to help me out. Lila, what do you think? 7 to the 6th power. So 1 over 8 to the negative 12 would simplify to what? Nicole? 8 to the 12th. Yep.
Do one more. I'll give you this.
It'd be the exact same thing again.
Maybe. I just wanted to answer the question.
Okay, so what if I had 1 over 5 to the negative 4? How would I rewrite that?
We'll say that.
1 over 5 to the negative 4. How would I rewrite that?
5 to the power of 4. Yes!
Okay.
Why?
All right, put this paper aside. Get out your separate sheet of lined paper. We're going to put the date and a new topic. Tuesday, 9/6/22.
Remember when people were sawing through chairs with math?
Zero rule. We've got the zero rule now. So Ella, I'll give you a paper to copy in a minute of our negative rule. Okay, but you can just, you can start fresh on this page. Notice there's 4 lines under that word always. Any value raised to the 0 power with a 0 exponent will always equal 1. Anything with a 0 exponent will equal, everybody say it, 1. 1. Okay, so these examples are pretty straightforward. 3 to the 0 power equals 1.
Is that a 6 or a 0?
It's a 0.
Okay. It's a little small. I'm sorry.
6 squared to the 0 power is going to equal 1.
Oh, I thought that was 6, not a 0.
Oopsies. One-fourth raised to the 0 power is going to be 1. Anything raised to the 0 power equals 1. Anything. 5 million to the 0 power equals 1. It's not. Okay. So that is the end of our notes for today. I do need you guys to fill in your table of contents from Friday and today. This goes at the back of your semester 1 notes, and then fill in the table of contents.